4:32. We continue with that breaking news out of Indiana. At least 8 people are dead after a mass shooting at a FedEx facility in Indianapolis. Police responded to the scene after receiving reports of shots fired. Police say the shooter killed 8 people before taking his own life. Police say at least 4 other people were taken to the hospital, including one in critical condition. 3 others went to the hospital with other injuries. Some were treated and released at the scene.
And we heard 2 loud metal clangs at first because they didn't sound like gunshots at first. Because there was a loud clang after the first 2, and then my buddy Levi stood up as he was like kind of squatting at the bench, and then looked over and out into the parking lot. Didn't see anything yet, and then we heard 3 more shots, and then my buddy Levi saw someone running out of the building, and then more shots went off. Somebody went behind their car to the trunk and got another gun, and then I saw 1 body on the floor.
Police say they are now trying to determine what happened and a possible motive for this shooting. Be sure to stay with 7 Action News as we bring you live updates on the air on this mass shooting throughout the morning and online. Well, this morning, hospitals across Michigan are having a difficult time staying ahead of the coronavirus surge. Beaumont Health has reached critical capacity levels and is now turning triage tents to handle emergency care. Right now, there are more than 800 COVID-19 patients at Beaumont hospitals. That's up from 128 patients just 6 weeks ago, and more than they saw during the peak of last fall's surge. Now, hospital beds are also quickly filling up at Michigan Medicine. At this point, the emergency department is bearing the weight of the rising cases. The hospital is noticing an increase in younger COVID patients as well, who were not first in line to get a vaccine. Well, a Detroit nurse who fought her way back from COVID-19 has an important message as we're fighting this surge. The virus pushed her to the brink of death, and now she's trying to spare others from the same fate. 7 Action News reporter Alan Campbell shares her story and how it has inspired a new mission.
Monique Morris works here at Henry Ford Hospital and was taking care of COVID-19 patients earlier on during this pandemic. It was at this hospital she also contracted the virus that nearly claimed her life. Now she's educating people about the vaccine so that they don't have to go through what she did.
My heart rate wasn't going below 120 and my oxygen wasn't going above 88, and I knew something was wrong.
Monique Morris was one of the first healthcare providers on the front line helping patients battling COVID-19 last March.
We didn't quite know what it was and how to fully treat it, and we weren't fully equipped with the PPE that we needed all over the country. We were seeing scarcity of the proper PPE supplies, and I got exposed during giving treatment to COVID patients.
Monique says things quickly took a turn for the worse when she started having a hard time breathing.
My husband's kind of like, just get some rest. You just don't feel good. You need to kind of sleep it off. And I'm like, my oxygen goes any lower, I'm not going to wake up.
Her husband rushed her to the hospital. A CT scan revealed Morris had dense COVID pneumonia. Not even 24 hours later, Morris was put on a ventilator and fighting for her life.
The doctors were just kind of asking my husband, hey, what do you want to do here? She's not making any improvements on the ventilator. We might, in the event that we have to take her off, she might not make it. So what are your choices?
Monique was on a ventilator for 9 days. She eventually pulled through, but not without harm already done. She had to learn how to walk again and do regular physical therapy. Her story was even picked up by a national magazine. Monique wanted to get back to the front lines and help patients as soon as possible and has this message about the vaccine.
Let's make the best educated decisions that we can about our health. First thing first is to protect ourselves from the virus.
Monique says she wants to tell people about the pros and cons about getting the vaccine. She says we all need to continue to follow those healthcare protocols until we can finally get this pandemic under control. For 7 Action News, I'm Alan Campbell.
All right, well, this morning we have temperatures that are in the upper 30s again. Around 40 degrees to start, 38 degrees in Pontiac, 40 degrees in Detroit. And this afternoon is going to be warmer than it was yesterday. It's going to be a drier day today, and it's going to be overall a drier weekend. So we're glad we got yesterday out of the way, because today we're back to warmer weather. Temperatures are going to be closer to seasonable. and to what is more typical and around average for this time of year in the middle of April. So our low pressure is moved on to the east, and that will slowly move farther east across the northeastern U.S. And meanwhile, a pretty good-sized storm system that's been coming off the Rockies, bringing a lot of snow across Colorado, is going to stay south of us over the next couple of days. So that scoots on by, moves across the south, while we stay dry for the most part this weekend. Now, we're still going to get some cloud cover, especially this morning. Brighter skies this afternoon. We'll get some peaks of sun out by the afternoon. That helps bump us up to nearly 60 degrees today. I put the high at 58. Wind is going to be out of the northwest about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Might be a gust a little stronger than that. But tonight, 39 degrees the low. The average low is 39 degrees. The wind will be out of the north, a little lighter, 5 to 10 miles per hour. So there's the storm system I pointed out tracking south of us. Not a whole lot of activity across Michigan, just some intermittent cloud cover. It's not going to be nice, bright and sunny throughout every moment of the weekend, but I think we'll get some more sun out this afternoon, and then we'll have a mix of sun and clouds tomorrow with a high of 59 degrees. Sunday up to 61, just a 20% chance of a few light showers in the afternoon. If we get anything, we're talking less than 1/10 of an inch, so anything would be light Sunday. No need to reschedule any outdoor plans. 65 degrees by Monday. I think Monday's the nicest day we get out of the next week, because Tuesday temperatures fall back to 49 with a chance of rain Tuesday and Tuesday night. Might even be some more snowflakes mixed in.
Man, you keep saying that four-letter S word. I don't appreciate it.
As long as it's
in
not
April.
May when I'm saying it.
Very true. Let's get it out of the way now. So do want to tell you about these ramp closures. We're talking westbound, eastbound, I-96 to southbound Southfield Freeway. These ramps going to be closing down this weekend, Saturday morning at 6 a.m. and lasting till Sunday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So go northbound Southfield Freeway at Grand River Avenue. You should be able to turn yourself around and then head back down southbound Southfield Freeway. Live look now at the roads right now. Overall, things looking good. This is I-94 and Woodward. No crashes slowing you down.